Hello everybody and welcome to my react video on internet historian's incognito mode on his new video about the future. Probably not my future, but very likely they're going to veer off so massively off the subject that they probably won't even be talking about the future that much, but let's see. Let's start the video. Future.
Let me tell you about the future. Are you from the future? Help, help, I am from the future. My future ball stopped working and I need to return to my
These
people.
beginnings of his videos
I
are
can see
always
that you are a
really
fellow
good.
future person. In the future, you will die. Want me to read your future?
True.
I can do
True.
that right now. You will die. It's me, your great-grandson. Get your hands off me, I'm from the future. You don't understand, there was a mistake on the mission brief. I saved baby Hitler and I hit Sarah Connor with my car. Oh no, I'm sleepy.
Oh no.
Oh, it worked. I'm back. Anyway, a gun. Bang, 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 bang. This and more on In
The future.
Field.
No. Future shopping.
Did you see that video where it's like metaverse shopping in Walmart?
I didn't see that. Are they bringing banality to the digital world?
I have also not seen it, and
Thanks for
honestly
visiting
I don't
Walmart.
want to see it.
I will be your shopping assistant module
looks
today,
horrifying.
but you can call me Sam for short.
Ugh. No, it gets way worse. She immediately turns into a hall monitor.
Your age has already been pre-verified through your profile.
You can buy, it's been verified through your biometric blood analysis. Are you sure you want that?
What are they gonna do? Like, so the thing is, if you were too young to buy it, this would instantly become, how do I figure out how to, like, break the game? You know what I mean? There'll be
Yeah,
people
yeah,
lying
yeah.
down in their VR suits to get behind the map.
Yeah, you gotta get three of your friends together to stand on top of each other in VR, so you're like, oh, your height has been verified. It's 17 feet. You must be clearly old enough to buy this wine.
Immediately, you hear,
You must also have something incredibly wrong with you, so probably, you know, go see a doctor or something. But also, here's your alcohol.
the summoning salt music. Yeah, so I beat Walmart in 36 seconds, 0.27. Start here with the wall glitch, and then you buy 1.6 million gallons of
Doing
milk.
like the backwards cart jump to speed up your fucking
It's it.
glitching through the ground.
Yeah. So as you can see here, I've refunded 9 million packets
World's
of cat
fastest
food, and it's all gone
permaban
directly into my bank
from
account.
Walmart's
Amazon price matched at
hellscape.
record speed.
Yeah.
You know what I love about this whole thing is it's like, isn't this just Amazon.com with extra steps?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
With this like annoying lady who's preventing
Why
you
the
from
fuck
like
would
listening
anybody
to
want
music
this?
or whatever in the background.
She's just like,
We've already pre-measured your penis. We've determined your condom size is small.
I noticed you bought nacho cheese Doritos. Would you like me to warp you
We
to
will
the
share
nacho
this with
cheese
all of
aisle?
your family
Don't worry, I'll
members.
do it anyway.
It gets way dumber.
It looks like you already have a full gallon of milk at home. Should we put this one back?
Ooh, we take
What the fuck? Jesus Christ. What executive approved of this thing? Like, seriously. Somebody's gotta take the blame for this shit. God damn.
rationing very seriously here at Walmart. Looks like you're headed off to the Walmart digital jail.
Yeah, the refrigerator's locked in.
Don't worry, we've got a coupon for your bail.
The tone and everything of like having
Digital
to talk to
jail.
this robot. Talking to robots is never gonna work. It's just get the fuck out of
yeah,
my face.
You don't have much to
I don't
relate
know.
about. Oh, what do? Sit in cold silence all day?
Oh, are you alive? Like, do
Pause. I agree that talking to robots maybe won't become a real thing, at least in the near future. And when I say talking to a robot, I mean like actual human conversations. Because a real human conversation, I think, is incredibly complicated when you actually start to break it down. But like a far better version of like Amazon Alexa or Siri, where the AI actually understands your questions. I think we already have a sort of a version of the answering robot. It's just not incredibly good. If it could actually understand all questions and answer them with meaningful, correct answers, I think that probably is not that far away even. But yeah, they're having like conversations with a robot. I don't think I want that. Maybe my mind will change when they make some sexy anime waifu robots.
you feel?
Yes, I am sentient. I don't believe you.
Woo.
That's the end. This is a really good example of people getting
You've
stuck.
killed
thinking about
her,
the future with
John.
The present, they're like, the future will be like going to a Walmart store, but in your VR headset. In reality, it's just like a microchip in your brain that's spiking fucking neurotransmitters to get you to do what it wants. That's really what's gonna happen.
I've added the service charge to your
This is
cart.
what Elon Musk
Oh my
wants.
god.
Now for the fun stuff.
Oh, that wasn't the fun stuff?
To electronics.
Instead of just opening a web page, oh, right, here's the thing with the stuff. Instead, you have to go through this rigmarole of being into the shop. You have to get back to the electronics store, and as you do that, every time she does this stupid fucking line. And now
I do agree that this is ridiculous, but I have thought of something that this might be good as. So, going to the store with your friends online. Maybe somebody would like that. Because of course, currently the way you would do it, because if you were using this alone, you could just do it how you do it already right now, with just going on Amazon and buying stuff. But if you wanna shop with your friends, it's more like, sitting in Discord and all of you separately scrolling through some web store. But if you were in VR, you could maybe go with a group of friends. I don't know if that would be a good thing, but at least I see like that could be one possibility that might actually make some sense. But I don't know.
Now onto the fun stuff. Skip.
Where'd your cart go? All your shit just bashing around. It's like, don't worry, nothing will be damaged.
I think you can even hear the bottle break.
So, oh my god,
I don't think that was a bottle breaking.
Come to you delivered exactly how fucked up they were in this simulation. What, did they shoot it out of a cannon and make a big ass hole in your house?
If they had like VR cam girls,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Oh,
what,
now
I'll
we're
be your
talking.
girlfriend for the day, and then they will go shopping with you at virtual Walmart.
I'm kind
but
of
they'll just be,
surprised that
nude the whole
Japan
time.
doesn't
Or
already
even
have
not,
something
and
like
then
this.
She's just like,
Maybe they
nice
do. Maybe
to
I'm
shop
just
with you all
not
day.
in the loop.
I swear I saw this like marked down $5 at Target.
Honest opinions on like, nah, those shorts don't look good on you. And, like, fuck, that'd be
Let's
great.
go. I think we'll find something better at Men's Warehouse. I'll go with you. Don't worry.
The weird thing is that the metaverse version of Mark Zuckerberg actually looks more like a human being than real Mark Zuckerberg. The fact that he's one of the richest persons on earth and he still looks like he does is just mind-boggling to me. Just, how hasn't he at this point hired some stylist or someone to make him look like an actual person instead of some weird skin suit wearing freak? The haircut alone.
But then Men's Warehouse is only like half constructed. It's still, If I could get the cartoon Harold avatar, then just go shopping with people. That would be brilliant.
See, that'd be like the one cameo thing worth doing.
Yeah,
no,
they're
finally
talking
something
about
to
it right
look
now,
forward to
so
when
you
I'm living
know,
in the pod.
maybe shopping with your friends could be.
Progress is not just
what this could be
technology or
used for.
politics. For example, this is true progress. Because they could have had stalls back in the day.
Yeah.
They really could have. Just a little divide.
I actually have something to tell you all about shitting with a group of people. In the Finnish military, there are still these type of old outhouses in the training grounds. And so they still have those big toilets where there's just holes next to each other and you're supposed to sit there and take a shit with just a bunch of people. But I mean, I'm enough of a shy sitter that I never went there when there were other people in there. But those do still exist. It was definitely a thing. It wasn't the Greeks and the Romans were that crazy about it or that crazy to shit like that.
Fighting wall. But instead, they decided never shit alone.
Okay, I have a theory about this. We come across this and we go, amazing.
The fuck
Not
is that?
only did the Romans have indoor
Where are they
plumbing,
those weird
but they shat
dick
together
holes
like
in
a
there?
bunch of degenerates. But you go back in time and they actually were walls there that are just eroded. But
I don't think
just
so.
assumed
I don't think
they were all
so.
a bunch of barbarians. And it's like
I
you
think
go
they
back and
actually
it's like,
did
what?
shit like that.
You think we just all shat looking at each other
Yeah,
eye to eye? What, are
probably.
you crazy?
What do you think the custom is? Like, you never sit right next to the other guy who's shitting when it's completely
Yeah,
empty.
it's basically urinal rules, except much more important.
What is with this, keyhole shape?
That's so you can get to your ass with the stick.
Oh, of course.
And it's
No. I think the hole. Where was it? I think the hole is for guys with huge cocks. If you just sit on that and there's just a regular hole, you're not gonna be able to get your thing inside of the actual toilet, and you're gonna pee on the floor, which, I don't know, maybe that was a thing in ancient Rome, but not like I have that problem, but still.
Keyhole
God.
shape.
That's so you can get to your ass with the stick.
Oh, of course.
And it's been bathing all day.
Yeah,
in
I
a
do
salt
wonder,
and vinegar
did-
solution.
Well,
which-
like a bag
The
of
Romans
chips.
use
that's
like
what they did. They would put the sponge, the
stick.
communal sponge.
I
don't
mean, I
believe
guess
in the
they did.
communal sponge, because here's what would happen.
But because,
It'd
you
be
know, a
used
lot of
twice and someone
cultures
would accidentally
use
drop
just
it down the
water,
hole,
and,
then
you know,
you'd
they
need a
wash their
fresh
ass
sponge.
with their hand
That's why you don't believe
and
in it.
water.
Like 2 weeks in, everyone would go, I want the fresh sponge. Whoops, and deliberately drop it down.
Yeah, I want to know how they make this inference.
Maybe they analyzed the sponge and found different types of diarrhea on it. Like, this came from 4 different people.
Oh my god! Therefore, yeah, it's,
Does
turns
poop
out
have,
it was a toilet wiping
like,
sponge.
DNA
So it's like the janitor
residue
who
on it?
cleaned it.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
All right, here's something that I reckon the future is going to get wrong about our present. In your underwear, right? Often it's got that kind of flap, and there's like a kind of a hole
Yeah.
at the front.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so the idea is you could actually poke your dick out there and
My
Yeah, well,
boxer
that's the
briefs
idea.
do
no
have
one
those.
does that. The danger of accidentally pissing all over.
Internet historian, I have done it a few times. I do think it's useful. I mean, it's very rarely useful, I think, because these days you have elastic waistbands, so you can just, you know, take the underwear off to pee. When you're wearing, for example, overalls or some sort of gear where it's difficult to get your pants off, it is somewhat useful. I mean, it is annoying to have to like dig your dick from your fucking pants, like. But I have done it a few times. I think I was wearing like overalls and some vest or something, and so it was like difficult. I would have had to take it all off to get even my pants down. In that point, I do think that thing is useful. But I also do think that it's, you know, it might go away at some point. I don't know.
Of yourself is enormous. Why would you risk it? But in the future, they will see these holes
yeah.
in the front of our underpants and go, they used to poke it out the front in order to whiz.
I think a decent amount of people do that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
bet you, if you put that out, there's going to be tons of comments like I do that.
I've never met one.
See, you're already making the kind of historical inference.
All right.
And we're in the
Internet
day and
historian
age.
is just going
I've got
around
one more.
looking at people's
Ad
dicks
time.
at the urinal.
I used to be a
Are
bad
you poking
person,
your dick through
like
the
you,
hole?
Until I discovered the browser
Oh, it's an Internet
Tab
historian
for a
ad.
call.
These are the best.
It's so simple, fellas.
These are
You
the
get
only
browser
ads I actually
extension
watch.
And your homepage displays this
Even
little
when
ad
I'm
on
not
the
doing a
right,
reaction.
And every time you open a tab, boom, it generates about 1/10 of a cent. It's not much, but think about how many tabs you open every day. Then
this
add
is-
that up over millions of people using the browser
Yeah, this is
extension,
definitely me
and you
on
suddenly-
Pornhub, though.
You're generating millions for charity.
But yeah, I mean,
You
I
can
think
even
this is a
select
good
the
idea,
charity
but
that
I
you
doubt
want to
I'll
support. I like Team
download that.
C's because they're busy removing all the plastic that mysteriously ends up in the ocean.
My laziness overcomes my
Got a little greedy there, didn't you, fella?
willingness
And
to
Nobel
do
Peace Prize
charitable
goes to-
things.
Holy shit, that guy.
It's about time. So go to the link in the description. Get the tab for a cause browser extension. Did I
well,
mention
you
it's
know.
free? You don't want to be a bad
I think this is one of his
Why not be a good person? Tab for a cause.
One of
it's
his
a low-effort, free, and convenient way to undo
worst
all the
ads.
dickish things
He's had
you do
many
on a daily basis.
that were way
Ironically,
better.
You know, when you see someone post,
But you know.
and it says like, "I think kids in Africa should have food," and it gets 100,000.
But internet historian
It's that
ads
level
are
of
always
effort,
still
but you actually do
like
it.
100 times better than
Ad
anybody
over.
else's ads. Rites of Passage.
Have you seen pyramids?
I've seen Pyramid.
It originally looked
Yes.
like this. It was white and it had
Yeah,
a gold
I know.
top, right?
And
Yeah, I
people
mean, this
stole
is
all
your
the
personal
white
account?
stuff
There
off
are
the
so many
pyramids.
things you can do with something as big as that and smooth as that. And number one is a big slide.
I don't know. I do know about the fact that there was like, I don't know if it was like marble or something, you know, down the where is my there down the side of the pyramids. But I'm pretty sure they weren't smooth. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But you know, making it completely smooth like that, and you know, the pyramids are huge, so I think it might be too difficult. What I thought they were like, where, you know, with the current pyramids at Giza, it's like, you know, it goes down like that with sandstone or something blocks. And I thought the white stuff was just on like the same way as the sandstone, but just on top of it, one layer on top of the sandstone. So maybe I'm wrong and it was actually smooth. But yeah, it used to exist, and people who live near the pyramids stole all of the white rock.
You know what I mean?
And you're just making a assumption that it was not that?
That would have been the best rite of passage for the Egyptians. Like, okay.
A ride of passage, perhaps.
Hey!
Oh!
You can't do it with the Aztec one. It's all steps. Bump, 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 bump,
Disgusting
all the way down.
puns.
I always wondered if, like, you went to the past and you, like, just talked to one of the people who made these things. They're like, what? This? We made this because we just had to displace a lot of sand and we wanted to do it.
We were digging a big hole, and this is just the pile.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
What do
it's
you
not
mean?
made
The
of
hole's
sand,
not there?
so
What happened to
The hole is gone?
The Great Hole of Giza?
I knew it. It was the Assyrians, goddammit. They were always jealous of our hole. They came here and they filled it in, didn't they?
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. It's, yeah.
And we're like, it was meant to point to the stars.
See the bits on the side? Is that supposed to be hair?
Well, it's a headdress for one, so it's just meant to be ornate.
I
but
don't
to me
know.
it looks like
Is
a,
the
like when a
headdress
cobra, like, rears
supposed
up.
to signify,
And
you
it
know,
has a
like
snake
some
on the top
hair
of
or
its head,
something?
so
I don't
figured
know.
It was a cobra.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I never really thought about it. What, okay, what's up with the beard then? Because that's a lady.
Is that a lady?
Well, yeah.
That's for the
Is
pharaoh,
it?
isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a she. The Sphinx is a lady.
Is it? Are you sure?
I mean, which is a woman.
Oh, excuse me.
what
Unlike
the
the Greek Sphinx.
That's a...
That's the
Yeah.
Greek Sphinx, typically shown as a woman. Egyptian Sphinx, Chad.
I always thought
Egyptians
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Romans
look at the
and
makeup.
Greeks
it's
have a
just
lot
his
of the
beautiful lips that
same
you
stuff that they
dream about
borrowed from
kissing.
each other. So,
Yeah, but the giant beard might have given you a clue.
but they're
How
all
would
of
you
them
feel
are
if you were
usually
the
like
one
a
to,
little
like,
bit
chisel,
different.
like the boobs onto a Greek Sphinx?
That'd be awesome.
Like your job is to chisel gigantic boobs out of the side of a mountain face. You got.
I'm pretty sure there are quite a lot of people these days, quite a lot of artists whose job is almost exactly that. All the Rule 34 and hentai and furry stuff. There are a lot of artists I know that, well, I don't personally know them, but there are a lot of artists who almost exclusively do, you know, those carve those big mounds because I hear that they are quite profitable compared to doing regular art.
Gotta pretend you don't like it. You gotta be like, oh man, no, that job. I'd like nestle between them and be like,
It starts to break apart on its own weight, so they have to construct a giant bra. The back.
you are charged with motorboating a crack into the rock face. How do you plead? I did it. I fucking did it. And I'd do it again.
All right, well, let's Google a bunch of rites of passages then.
Here, this is the list of the 25 craziest rites of passage.
Craziest.
Oh, wait, here's a good one. The Okrika tribe of Nigeria believe that young women form romantic relationships with water spirits during their childhood.
What?
To end their love affair with the water spirit and get married, young women must perform the Ira ritual. The Ira ritual consists of singing songs by the river for days on end, during which the river makes one last attempt to capture their lover.
Damn girl.
And then they are rescued by their suitor husband. Oh, shit! That's really sweet. I like that.
Do you ever think they get like a text? I know you are talking still to that water spirit. I know it is him. I picked up your phone the other day. It was dripping. I saw a number I did not recognize. I picked it up. I put it to my ear and I'm hearing the ocean. You are still in love with him.
4 times a day you are getting water from the
Yeah.
well.
You only sang by the river for 4 days. You said you are tired. I know it is because you love him.
That's not sweat on your collar.
But husband! Water takes the shape of every container it is in. So, you know, no matter how big you are, the water will always fill you.
It's,
That's the
you
reason.
know what? It is true.
Is that the water spirit coming from behind?
That's the guy
Puts
from
his arm around
Futurama.
the girl. I love that. I
Hermes,
love the idea of this boyfriend is jealous
competitor.
Of the
Yeah.
river. What does that mean then if you're like washing your ass in the river?
If she drinks a glass of water, you know, it's like he's inside her. You're just gonna let that stand?
Okay, all right.
He's
moving
deeper
on,
inside of her
moving
than
on.
her husband can
3.
ever be.
Foot binding?
Well, I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
Hold on, I actually got a theory about
Oh,
foot
this
binding.
shit. I,
Supposedly, it's
This
supposed
is
to make
nasty.
the women look more dainty, you know, small feet.
I've
all
seen
that
plenty
sort
of
thing, but-
pictures
Look
of
at the
this
beauty and the grace, like a
bound
ballerina.
feet.
Ugh. The other idea is, have you noticed that if you bend the foot like this, you essentially get something much more akin to a hand. And if you put two of those together, you can imagine what might happen if the Emperor happened to be
Don't
in
go
the
there.
Is
Don't go there.
Do you understand?
I'm completely lost, but I'm
This is something
entranced.
Quentin
It's
Tarantino
about
might
11
think of.
p.m. on a Tuesday night, whatever. He's had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
The Emperor comes in. He loves feet, and he's like, "Whoa."
You're saying the Emperor would have a foot fetish?
Yeah, it's a hand.
Dude, look down there. That looks like Patrick's Star.
Emperors
That's
are
what
known
my
to be,
favorite
you
stuff.
know, disgusting sexual deviants. So
How'd they do this? I can't do
I
a
wouldn't be
Patrick impression,
surprised.
Apparently.
when you have ultimate power to get whatever you want, you might just be into getting your dick jerked off by
Come on, SpongeBob.
Patrick Star.
I'm gonna be late for the Emperor to fuck my face or whatever. I want to be able to print a steak.
Yeah.
No, well, they're already doing that.
You
They're trying
probably
to make,
will be
like,
able to do that
lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
in the
But they're
future.
like, look, we're almost there. The only problem is every time someone tastes it, they go, yuck! I'd rather kill myself. Get me out of this facility. I didn't consent to this.
It's funny when you look at all these food shortages.
Yeah.
There's always one section that doesn't have any shortages, and it's all this vegan shit
Yeah,
down
that is
here.
true.
It's true. It reminds me
In
of that
my
like, morning television show where
nearby
the
store,
lady brought her dog on
even-
and she was
yeah,
like,
I don't
"Trust
think
me,
there's-
she's
I've-
vegan."
Ever lived through a food shortage, actually, but even when there's no food shortage, sometimes, you know, if you go to the store on a Sunday, the other shelves are empty, but the vegan meat substitute shelf, there's always some stuff at like -30 or -50%, just about to go out of date. I do like some of them. I do like some meat substitutes. Like Finland used to have this meat substitute called pulled oats, and I did like that. That tasted pretty good. And even that is now going out of business. So, but of course, meat substitutes, at least the ones in my nearby store, are usually so fucking expensive that even at -50% or -30%, it's still probably more expensive than just getting like ground beef or ground chicken. I am an incredibly stingy person, so I usually opt for the cheaper option.
They brought out, they're like, let's put it to the test. And they put out like a bowl of meat and a bowl of like vegetables, and the dog just like yanked the chain and immediately just started eating the meat like it never seen it before. Is there any bigger condemnation of your product than people would rather die than eat it?
Food shortages.
Food shortages.
Who's
Well.
leaving the one bread?
Who's leaving the one?
Is that okay? There's something wrong with this, or
No, that's what I want to ask you, right?
But I
You're
mean,
in the
it's in
store,
a sealed
everything's
bag,
gone.
and
Oh my
if
God.
you
All right, you need to eat. You walk up to the bread aisle. You glance side to side. There it is. There's that
if
one
you
bread
study
right there.
it
See that?
carefully, I
Why
think
is it left there?
still okay
Probably
to
nothing wrong with it,
get
right?
that last bag.
You gonna grab that bread?
everybody's got the exact same bias?
Yeah.
What's wrong with this one piece?
But I mean, I do think this is just, you know, your basic market psychology with, for example, fruits. Even if the last fruit is like perfect, I think there is like research that shows that people are still not going to buy it because it's the last one. So they do think that there has to be something wrong about it, even if there isn't. But with fruit though, there's usually like a bunch that have like, you know, spoiled spots or rotten spots that nobody would buy anyway.
Probably nothing wrong with that bread. It'd probably get you through the night.
Damn,
You're
Jontron
hungry.
is swole.
What could have possibly happened to
What
it?
could have happened to that bread?
Yeah, I think I would grab it, but then what I would do is
These days, with
probably,
all
like,
of these
skin the whole
TikTok
bread, and then
challenges,
I would only eat
somebody
whatever's
might
in
have,
the
you know,
center
just
of it.
opened the
Skin
bag
whole
and
bread.
Yeah, you know, get rid of all the
And
crusty
then-
bit on the outside because someone's probably
that is, I
reached their
think,
hand
completely
and
in the
fooled around
realm
with
of
it.
possibility.
Who says skinning bread? We call that removing the crust. You absolutely. Is there something wrong with
No,
you?
pretty much the whole world says
Maybe it's a
skinning
New
bread,
Zealand thing.
except for Americans who are like,
Look at
I'll
that
have
bread.
a drink of
Gee,
pop.
disgusting.
I've
thing.
got something for you on pop.
Yeah.
It's
Look
no
like
longer
more
just
like
good enough to have
tofu than
regular
bread.
soda pop, okay? It's got to have like a twist. I'm not sure who started this. Maybe it was Coke with like vanilla Coke or Crystal Pepsi, whichever one came first.
Yeah.
And you know, even milk.
I have thought about trying to find some Crystal Pepsi, but I mean, I do think at this point, if it's been discontinued for like, I don't know, 20 years, might be disgusting at this point. But oh yeah, there is the LA Beast video, legendary YouTube video, where he does drink an old Crystal Pepsi and he pukes all of it.
Milk's getting into this with chocolate milk now. Can you believe this?
So it's called Crystal Pepsi,
Yeah.
and that's like the see-through Pepsi.
Yeah, they were like, take out the additive that makes that artificial coloring and just give it to them what it actually is. And people said no.
Is Pepsi so if they take out just some food coloring, is Pepsi then clear before they add the food coloring, or is it? I mean, there has to be some innate color because there's a lot of like herbs, and I don't know if they use the cola nut anymore in Pepsi, but I think that's the original flavor of cola. But I highly doubt it's just like a clear liquid. I mean, almost really the only thing that's a clear liquid is clear water, and Pepsi has all sorts of shit in it, so I doubt it's actually clear. So I think they probably have to do some extra steps in the process to get it to crystal Pepsi. I also remember there used to be a blue Pepsi in Finland a long time ago.
No, that's what it is? I'm not drinking that. Put back the carcinogenic coloring.
Do you reckon that Pepsi is naturally colored?
Do I reckon?
Yeah,
All they did was
exactly.
take out the food coloring. That's what it
Oh,
is.
it's got one less ingredient.
Yeah.
Give me a discount then.
It just proves how unnatural it is. I still drink it, though.
I figured they basically did this.
I don't. I'm sorry.
What are
This
those,
was
like,
somewhere on your
muscles
mind
or
and it's
something?
somehow related to Crystal Pepsi.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, mate.
Naturally, it's all brown because it's just brown and water, and then you pour it in the oyster tank, and they filter it out.
And the oysters only
Wait a
filter
minute.
out the
You're telling me you
food
thought...
dye.
I'm not telling you that that's what I thought. I'm telling you that's definitely what happened. You know, sometimes when people talk
Acid
about like,
toilet.
dissolving a dead body
What?
and flushing it down the toilet, I reckon that would be really difficult to do.
Define difficult.
So one time I clogged a toilet.
I don't
we
think
gotta
so.
go backwards more. So
I really need no. Yeah, give me the groundwork. I see where you're heading.
okay, this
Okay.
one time I was living in this really shitty apartment and I didn't have a clothes washer. And so I had to go all the way to
Okay.
a laundromat. Now, at one point, I ran out of towels, and I thought, well, I still need to shower. So instead, I took with me into the bathroom a whole roll of handy paper towels. Now, when I got out of the shower, I dried myself with all these paper towels, and it worked a treat, and I thought, I am a genius.
Yeah.
And then what I proceeded to do was throw those paper towels
Oh
into
no.
the toilet, which was not as ingenious of a move.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Okay. Not everybody be on all the time.
So what happened was the toilet was thoroughly clogged. And I thought, oh, it'll pass. It'll
No.
it'll
it's not
decompose
gonna.
over time. It's for about a week.
It'll decompose.
For about a week, the toilet was like completely clogged.
So then you got a plunger, right? Or you just stamped it down with your foot, or just anything other than whatever you're probably gonna tell me next?
I tried all sorts of things. So at first I was like, oh, I'll just put some cat litter down. I had a cat. I'll put some cat litter down.
What?
That'll help. Just
What the fuck?
push it, right?
You're not sounding like you know much about toilets.
No, because the cat litter will dissolve. So worst case scenario, you're fine. Now that
Will it
didn't-
How
dissolve?
would that help,
That
though?
didn't. Well, no, it didn't help in the end.
You're like, toilet,
Yeah,
cat poop,
now you're-
litter.
You don't
put it
say.
in.
I tried a plunger. That did not work. I tried boiling hot water, poured down the toilet. That also did not work. And so eventually, I thought,
Maybe not in the toilet, but in your sink. It is a good idea to pour boiling hot water sometimes. At least I've heard. I'm not a plumber, but I have been told that it dislodges some fat deposits if you do that often enough. You might not need to use some drain cleaner if you do that, maybe. I haven't had to use drain cleaner, and I've been doing this boiling water thing, like, I don't know, maybe once a month.
okay,
So basically, it was a psychotic break.
but I can call a plumber, and I've got no idea when they'll come out. I don't know how much I'll pay them, and I can't be bothered.
And this cat litter's right here.
Yes, I will go the nuclear option, and I will go and buy a bottle of sulfuric acid
What the
that's
fuck?
used for melting and smoothing concrete.
Who the
and instead
fuck
pour that
thinks
down
of
the
this
toilet.
shit?
It's incredible if you buy one of these things, because like you open the cap and you can feel the acidity of the thing. Like if you start pouring it out,
Really?
you will actually feel the hairs in your nostrils react to it.
Oh.
It's incredibly corrosive,
Yeah.
incredibly dangerous.
So bring that into your house.
Yeah. By the way, that didn't unclog the toilet at all, and instead
You don't
Okay, that's what I
say.
was waiting for.
a little bit got on the toilet seat and left a permanent mark.
And so, are we gonna get like a moral to the story, or you promised me we were just gonna be sticking to talking about the future?
I'm tired of having my methods questioned. I want to question you.
Okay.
Let's do some Q&A with JonTron.
Hardballs question time.
I wonder what JonTron is up to these days.
Is that Jordan Peterson?
I used to watch his channel a bunch.
Listen, I'm the one asking
like,
the questions around here.
5 years
I
ago.
heard that you have.
But
a
then he
wife.
sort of
Is that true? Do you care to
stopped
comment?
uploading so
that's
often, so I
That's true.
haven't really
yeah.
watched his
How traditional
newer
of you.
videos that I
Go-
assume he has.
conservative,
I don't
someone
even
might
know if
say.
he has
Yeah,
new
I
I
mean-
videos.
couldn't help but notice that your middle name is Aryan. Is that owing to your pure white heritage?
You're fucking with me, right? This isn't a real thing. You're such a bastard. Okay. Yeah, no, that's really my middle name.
Got him.
And it is a Persian name. It's pronounced Aryan.
Persian.
You see, the Indo-Aryans,
Oh,
the
Persian,
Yamnaya people.
like the rug?
is that made up?
No. Look it up.
Yum Nye.
Okay, so the Yamnaya people, not Yamnia.
Is that them?
That's
Yep.
them. And the ones who went west became the Europeans, and the ones who went east became the Persians. Iran actually means land of the Aryans, but it's not
Oh
meant.
my god.
This
I
video
know,
hasn't been
I know,
about the
you can't make
future
it
for
it's
like,
just going
you
from
know,
bad to worse.
the
It
last
derives
10
from,
minutes.
like the 3rd century Sasanian Middle Persian Iran.
Are you reading the Wikipedia?
I am now, but I wasn't before. Anyways,
I wasn't really listening to that explanation. I'll just shortcut and say racism.
yeah.
You were
proud of
somewhat
yourself?
talking about race, so
yourself, you smiling ear
it must
to
have
ear.
been racism.
I'll fucking dox you right
I'm
now.
here just to give the fair interview, just to
Oh, that's
lay
what
out
this is.
the
This is the
facts.
interview. This is just a fair, balanced interview.
Look, there's no need to be so aggressive, John.
You didn't even ask me my favorite like food dish or anything. What kind of interview is this?
What is your favorite food dish?
The crayon green. I like the way it looks.
Ah, Johnny's a
heard.
marine.
Yeah.
That you're dead.
You promised you wouldn't go down this route. Okay, we had a chat beforehand.
It was the one question that was off
It was the
limits.
one you knew, and don't tell me you forgot. Are we still in the interview? Have I walked out of the studio yet?
Let me ask you this:
Yes.
can you grow a full beard, or is this part
Wow.
of the
Wow.
JonTron character?
Wow, that's all I've fucking got. That's all I've got, IH.
Am I not allowed to ask you about the
Or
beard?
are you
I just feel
Amish?
attacked.
All right, I won't ask you about the beard then. What's the worst question you
Honestly,
get
I do
during
think
interview?
the
This
chin
one.
beard is
This one.
pretty weird.
You've scored number one.
All right, let me ask you then. Where do you get the inspiration for your videos?
You know what?
Or do you get
You know what?
inspiration
Where do I
for
get
your
the
videos?
inspiration? Man, I'm not
Because
like, fuck you, I'm not
you don't
You're not gonna,
post
are you
that
putting these
often.
interview bits in?
All right, well, thanks for coming to the
Same could
Channel
be said,
4 interview.
of course, to the
I
internet
hope that
historian.
was perfectly balanced and fair.
Channel 4, that's all I get?
Well, the other three were busy.
But I do think that with
That's the
the
end of the video. We also have another collaboration coming out in a few weeks on JonTron's channel. Also, I have
pretty good video again. These incognito mode videos usually are just, you know, like a weird conversation or a podcast that's just edited and sort of animated. But I do like them. I do prefer the main channel videos, but of course, I think he currently posts like maybe once every 6 months or something like that, or even longer. I think the gap between his last video, the Cost of Concordia, I think that was like almost a year. But yeah, I have been a big fan of Internet Historian for I think like few years now, and I think I've watched probably like 80% of all of his videos. Don't see any reason why I wouldn't continue. So maybe I'll react to his next video when it comes out in 2023. But yeah, there were some interesting bits here, but of course mostly it's just a comedy, which is always top notch. But yeah, thank you for watching. And so this has been the first actual video on my channel. I think I posted something before, but I think I deleted it because it was so shit. It's not like this video isn't shit, but you know, you gotta try something. If you have suggestions for me to react to some specific video, leave it in the comments below and maybe I'll get around to it. I'm not gonna make any promises, but yeah. Goodbye.